My goodness, guys, are you seeing what I'm seeing? SoFi stock went up almost 12.5% on the day. We're going to break down the charts in this video, my thoughts, what the heck is going on right now with SoFi. Maybe later in the video, we'll break down some other stocks. So if y'all find value, hit that like button, make sure to subscribe. And of course, you might as well follow me on X at Stocks Talk Stocks, link down below. And with that being said, cheers, guys. Let's dive right into the video. So I'm sure you all saw at this point, we had the FOMC meeting today, the press conference, Jerome Powell giving us his thoughts, and that's what caused really the Russell 2000 to explode and a bunch of other small caps to explode, and SoFi and a bunch of other stocks went ballistic today. We had the Russell up 3.5%. Looks like the NASDAQ closed up 1.3%. The Dow went up 1.4%, as we had the S&P up around 1.4% as well. I mean, guys, look at how SoFi exploded at about, what time was this? 2 p.m. Yeah, once we got the FOMC the statement at 2 p.m., right? Then the press conference started. It went up even more after that. But once the statement came out at 2 p.m., this thing went bananas. It was at about, what, $8, $7.95 before the statement. Then it ran all the way up to $9 pretty much at close. So it ran up a whole dollar, or about 12.2%. Pretty much the entire gain came, the gain on the day came in the last 2 hours of trading, right? As a lot of the gains of the day today came in a lot of stocks in the indexes, right? So SoFi completely broke out of the highs, obviously, from yesterday, which yesterday was a bit of a rocky day. We actually had a red day yesterday. We took out the lows from the day before that, day before that, day before that. So it wasn't looking so good. But with these stocks, guys, like SoFi, other more volatile stocks out there, things can change, and oh boy, do they change pretty quickly. Again, we took out the lows yesterday from the last couple of days, but today we ended up ripping past the highs, hitting again about $9 per share. And on the 20-day chart, we're at a high as well. We can see now we're up from $6.40 all the way to pretty much $9. We're up almost 40% in the past, 22 days now, 3 weeks. And full disclosure, guys, I started buying, I believe, in this window right here between, it was between $6.80, $7 is where I was buying. So I'm up around, let's see, $6.85 is my average roughly. And now we're at almost $9. I'm up 30% now on my position. Unfreaking believable, guys. And I'm not selling anytime soon. I'm holding on very tightly, as I've talked about here on the channel time and time again. And on the 4-hour chart, take a look at this, guys. Let me draw the channel out. Now we're completely breaking out, which is so good for the bulls, guys. So good for the bulls in the short term. You can see this channel that we were in for a good couple of months. You guys know this is not new if you've been watching my channel, right? We can see we were trading in it throughout August into September, October, November, pretty much up until a couple of days ago, or today, really. So midway through December, we were trading in that channel, and now we're breaking out of it. And what did I say in my previous videos? If we broke above 850, 825 on SoFi and the channel here as well, that would be the breakout spot. And that's pretty much what we're seeing right now. You guys can see 850, 825 roughly was the high from the last couple of days. Also from the beginning of November, and 870 roughly, 875 was the high from the middle of October, which we also broke out of that, which is really good. Let me actually draw this out so you guys get a visual. So this is 870. We broke out above that. We closed above it as well. And this right here is about 845-ish, 850, which obviously we broke and closed above that. So SoFi is now trading at multi-month highs, with the next main resistance being pretty much where we are right now. Let me draw this out and show you. Back in the middle of September, early mid-September, we were at about $9.10, $9.15, $9-ish dollars. That's where we are right now, guys. That's going to be the next sticking point, which if that is successfully able to break, we could be going, of course, even higher on SoFi stock. So yeah, man, it looks like the Federal Reserve, the fact that now we have a clear map on how many rate cuts we're going to get. We got the FOMC statement today, the press conference. the cat's out of the bag a little bit in the short term, and that was all SoFi really needed. And a lot of these other stocks out there, that's all they needed for a huge rally. And looks like we're getting that, right? We're getting that in SoFi, a bunch of other stocks as well, obviously. So let me set my alert at $9.20. I'll do another one at $9 flat. So let me do that now. Mark is at or above $9.20, and I'll do another one at Mark is at or above $9 per share. And again, full disclosure, I'm in SoFi stock. Does that mean you guys have to go buy it? No, I'm not telling you to do that, but I'm being transparent. I'm in SoFi stock, guys, in a little bit under $7, and I'm holding on. I'm not planning on selling anytime soon. And oh boy, right now it's looking pretty good in the short term for the bull. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, guys. Hit that like button while you're at it. And before we break down some other stocks here, don't forget to get up to 15 stocks from Moomoo once you open up your account using that link down below and fund it with at least $100. You get 5 stocks, each up to $2,000, guys. And if you want to up the ante a little bit, you might as well fund your account with at least $1,000 on top of those 5 stocks you just got. You get 10 more stocks, each of those up to $2,000 as well. So 15 stocks, each up to $2,000, guys. So use that link down below or go to stocksurfast.com/Moomoo. And with that being said, cheers. Let's talk about some other names here that did fairly well. Netflix went up almost 4% on the day. You guys can see Netflix is now pretty much right at the top of this range here that we talked about, I think a couple of videos ago, about a week or two ago, probably more than just a couple of videos ago. But we recently talked about this, and we can see we were, trading in this back in July. We traded in this range also back in the end of November. Then we sold off a bit. Looks like bulls came in. Now we filled the gap back to 484. 85-ish. So what are we going to do here? Do we break out? Do we start pushing $500 again, roughly, which was the high from, it looks like, the middle end of July? Do we break that point, start going towards that 600-700 mark near those all-time highs? This is a big spot overall for Netflix and FLX. Let me see what else did pretty well today, guys. Looks like Airbnb went up 2.8%. Let me see what this chart is looking like. It looks like we are a little bit overbought here. Yes, we're above the moving averages, golden cross, that's great, but we are a bit extended. Looks like it had a pretty good day today. It looks like we are getting pretty close to that 150, 155 mark. So for me, I'm going to be a bit patient with Airbnb. No need to FOMO into it, but it did go up again. Pretty solid day for Airbnb. Let me see, guys, what else did well today. What else did well today? A lot of these did well. CrowdStrike, man, continues to extend the gains. Another 1.4% green day, which this one especially, guys, I am not looking to FOMO into this, man. This is probably, I don't want to say for sure. Obviously, nothing's guaranteed. We can't predict the future, but I'm pretty confident, at least me personally, guys, that we will see a sharp pullback in CrowdStrike. But the question is, when will that be? Do we hit 260 first, then we pull back 30, 40 bucks? Do we do it now? Do we consolidate for 3 months, then pull back? You just never know. But all I know is, for sure, for me personally, I'm not getting into this stock right now. It's a bit stretched, a little too hot. I'm going to wait for the pullback. So, yeah, what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe and follow me on X at Stocks Talk Stocks. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.